Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the geography. And this is something a little bit different. This was supposed to be a normal one today, a fan sending. But this has ended up being, as I say, slightly different to anything I've done before. Now you might think that's because the subject in this photo is in the water. And you're right, that is different. But no, there's something else about this that is different. This photo, along with another one that will feature later in this video, was sent to me by none other than Fujifilm, the famous Japanese photography brand and printing company, who are celebrating their 90th year this year. And the reason they've sent me this photo is because they happen to have done an ad campaign recently in which they do exactly what I do. Find the location of a photograph and they've recreated the photo. They've actually gone out there and recreated it and they've made an ad out of it, which I'm hoping to show you later in this vid, if all goes to plan. The ad campaign is called Memories Recreated. And yeah, someone who works at Fujifilm got in contact with me because he watches my videos and said, we would love to see if you could find this location as well. So here we are. This is Carolle. And this photo was taken in 1989, apparently, when Carolle went on her holidays somewhere. Is it the Mediterranean? That's what I'm thinking. So without any further ado, I'm going to get stuck into this. There's a bit of pressure here because I've got, if I don't find this whole video and sponsorship won't work. So there is pressure, but I'm excited about that. First thoughts then. I've got a country in mind, just based on the fact that it looks Mediterranean. I think that's a given. I think this is the Med, okay? Or it could be the Algarve if it was Portugal. But yeah, that is a possibility. But I'm thinking that this is Greece. I might be wrong. Are we recording? Yes, we are. Obviously there's Spain, there's Italy, there's Portugal, there's Greece, and I am a bit rusty when it comes to playing GeoGuessr. I don't play anywhere near as much as I used to, so I might have this wrong. But I do think that these buildings look Greek rather than Italian or Spanish or Portuguese. Just the way that they're white and the squareness of them, I think. We do have an orange roof there, but that's sort of like a beach hut. There are, can't really tell what that is up there in terms of the roofing. It's a busy touristy beach. In 1989, the Med would have been significantly less touristified, for want of a better word. It will have expanded a lot since then. But if I was to go into the map now, I'd be searching in Greece, and maybe we can do a bit of Googling as well. We've got some dramatic cliffs here, and I think these cliffs could be very useful in my Google search. So dramatic cliffs. This could happen. I say this all the time, and embarrassingly, it goes on for absolutely hours. But I do think that this could be found quite quickly if I search for Greek holiday resort cliffs. Greek holiday beach big cliffs. Okay. No, these iconic places are coming up for now. They really are big cliffs. Cliff top. This is just a little Google to get us going. Getting the same stuff. Corfu is apparently quite cliffy. One thing I might be able to Google is what the most popular places were to holiday in the 80s in Greece. At one point, Malia was all the rage, or Zante, but they might have bloomed later. So in the 80s, it might have been Corfu. Let's get some articles up here. Where were people going in the 80s from Britain? Malta, quite popular in the 80s. I don't think we're in Malta though. Lanzarote. That's something I didn't really consider. I think this looks more med. Mallorca. Yeah, I knew Mallorca was a go-to destination in the 70s and 80s. I think it looks a bit different. Now, Greece. In the 80s, the coastal resorts and islands in Greece were popular. That wasn't too useful. Got a good feeling about Corfu for some reason. Corfu. Cliff Beach. Look at this. Just trying to compare the foliage, the rocks and the buildings. There aren't many buildings there. But just look at the palette, the pale rock with those greens. Does look similar, doesn't it? Top Corfu beach resorts for 2024. We've got to bear in mind when we're searching for holiday resorts in Greece or anywhere, there's a very good chance that these hotels were built after 1989. Like, that is highly likely. That's very colourful for Greece. I'm surprised. So a quick look along the coast here, right? Not necessarily because I think I'm going to find this, but let's have a look at the, the buildings, the architecture and the vibe of the place. Just want to have a look at the houses here. These ones on Corfu have got a fair few orange roofs. I think different parts of Greece look different to others. Your Santorini's very white, but there's a lot of orange roofs there in Corfu because we're near Albania, aren't we? We're further north, but we do have that there, orange roof there. Let's see if there's anything about this picture we can work out. Anything else? Because I haven't really studied it in great detail. Yellow parasols aren't going to help us. They will just change over the years. In terms of the sun, the direction of the sun, I don't think we can see a lot. Is that a statue there? Or is that just, what is that? And then what's all this red here? It looks like a statue of a woman praying or something. Here's the head, here's the arms. But I'm really not sure. No. Don't think there's a lot really. Just a load of buildings. There's nothing for me to Google, which is going to make this a real challenge actually. What I'm going to try and do now is just try and find something that looks a lot like these. To try and get that style and just see if I can just be sure that it's Greece. Because I can't tell you how helpful it is to be sure that you're in a certain country. It just makes you so much more confident in your search. So these are the sort of stereotypically white Greek ones I was thinking of. But that's not necessarily it, is it? I'm going to do a bit of Googling to get more of a frame of reference. Spain 80s beach apartments. Yeah, leaning towards Greece still after a quick search. Let's try Crete. Crete looks more arid. Yeah. Piss off, son. Just getting a feel for all the different islands in Greece and their architecture and how it varies. Turkey. I didn't consider Turkey. Could that be Turkey? Okay, well I'm glad that my initial searches, the surface level searches, haven't come to anything because the challenge is strong. I feel like this is going to end up with me scouring the coast of Greece as I have done in so many countries before. But so be it, if that's what I need to do. After lunch. Right, had me lunch. And I'm looking at this again, and straight away, one thing I've noticed is you can see some shadow. That side of the house is lighter than that. That side of that hotel is certainly lighter than that. So, I mean, it probably won't help us too much. But what we can figure out is that the sun is probably up somewhere here. So I'd say roughly we're looking north, roughly speaking, which you would think would put us... We're not on the north coast. But coastlines can be wiggly and, you know, it's not worth hanging your hat on. I mean, look at this coast here, for example. And Greece doesn't even have a north coast anyway. It's all pretty much south coast. I'm just searching a few islands, though, to see if I can find anything exciting in any way. So I'm following coastlines. I've got the terrain feature on. I'm angling the camera quite low down. And hopefully, by doing that, we can whiz along the coast. And I think I'll quite quickly be able to rule out whole islands and tick them off. And that is the island of Rhodes done. Well, we're not in Corfu. I am opening up to the idea of Spain a bit more, I've got to say. I don't think it's beyond the realms of possibility, because it is big and diverse. Well, still no luck. Probably been going at this for a combined 3 or 4 hours now. I've just spent a load of time on Google Earth, searching the coast of Spain, Costa Bravo, Mallorca, Ibiza, and then I switched over to some of the Greek islands like Kefalonia and Kos, with no luck, obviously. So I'm Googling for now. I'm probably just going to yo-yo between the two, because if anything, you need to just break it up, because it's quite monotonous. I've had a think about what I could Google, and this is right on the beach, seemingly. Hotel right on the beach, Greece, you know. Might come up straight away, you never know. That looks... Hey! I don't want to get excited here, because it probably isn't it. No, that's not it, look. Flat as a pancake. Might need to get off Google Images and get onto just regular Google, but it's going to be so dominated by things like this. Travel agents, you know, TripAdvisor and whatnot. To be fair though, maybe these reviews aren't the worst thing. Sometimes people write really long reviews. God alive. Who cares? But thank you, because if everyone wrote reviews that long, this would be easy. Really trying to figure out what that is now. All of that there looks mad. I think it's some sort of statue type thing. I think it's just wishful thinking. I think the chances of all of that still being there, the red and the gold, is slim. It could have just been there for a year or a month. I mean, it looks like a devil. It looks like a devil's head. But could it be a bull? Could be a bull's head. Looking at it. And it's red. Bull's head statue. This is a moment of truth, I feel. No. It does look like a bull's head though, with horns, and that's its nose, the light bit. Or am I just sort of looking too far into it? Quite often on these, when the quality isn't amazing, purely because it's so far away, things just don't, they're not what they seem. Or it's not on the internet because it was taken down 30 years ago. That's interesting. Red Bull launched in 1987. I wonder whether that could... Because the more I look at it, it is a bull. No. Wait a minute. Just notice those so-called horns are completely in line with that. That's either a coincidence and they are just in line with it and it is a bull, or I'm looking at this completely wrong. Because those white strips there are almost definitely part of this building. Even if that is some sort of mad early stall for Red Bull, it ain't going to be on Google, is it? So we can abandon that. But I do want to find out what's going on here. Okay, going down weird rabbit holes now. Do you know what? That doesn't look bad. That? No. You're getting too excited, mate. Wait, are you? I don't know if I am getting too excited. I don't know if I am. This is Menorca. That's it, isn't it? I chose not to search Menorca when I searched Mallorca and Ibiza. But I'm here now because the one thing I did notice while searching in Mallorca and Ibiza was the buildings are fairly white in the Balearics. The moment of truth, though, will be just up here. I'm pretty sure this is it, but yeah, look at this. This is the 70s building I've been searching for, so-called 70s building. But that should be that. Yeah, we're here. Don't know about this one on the top of the hill. Let's exit street view. That'll be that one there. This was also here in 1989. There it is. That just, if I didn't know already for certain, I do now. What's interesting, there's always something that is different to what you presume. And in this case, the presumption is the coast just carries on to the left, down this way, and that it's fairly open. But just to the left of the photo, we've got this. We're actually in a cove, for want of a better word, which explains why the water is so blue, really. But yeah, I found it. I found the location. It's Menorca. Cala en Porte. I mean, I holidayed in here, Son Bu, when I was a kid. Well, I was about 14. But just down the road, Cala en Porte. I might have been here. Would I have been here? Don't remember going here, to be honest. But that is the spot. Well, we'll find the exact spot in a second. And after I do that, I'm going to email my contacts at Fujifilm to get the recreation photo, which I can't wait for. I've got to say, the more I searched, the less I was sure about Greece. And the more I was leaning towards Spain, partly, to be honest, because of the foliage just being more luscious. A lot of Greece was quite arid and less green. And that's why I only searched 5 or 6 Greek islands and chose to come back over to the Balearics. I got here though. I'm a little bit miffed I didn't search Menorca with the other two. But I'm really happy. Right, we've got to put a pin down on, give or take the exact location. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up some buildings here. Can we get the 3D buildings on? That is the question. I'm guessing not, but that's okay because we can see them. So, this one here is pretty much directly in line Okay. So that's the range. And you know, it's funny because the other thing that I thought is she's in a strange position to go swimming. Because over here you've got rocks and the beach seems quite far over there, over to the left. So why she ventured down the coast? It's like she's drifted down the coast. So that was something that was slightly off. But now it's explained because of the fact that it's a cove and it's all shallow and you can be anywhere along this stretch here perfectly safely. Anyway, she's the middle of her head. She's here. She's in line with this. So it's somewhere along this line. Question is how far out? Well, we've got that bulging rock there. Do you know, I actually think that is that. Oh yeah, look at it. What a shallow beach. I love shallow beaches. She's way out, I think. She's sort of around there. This would have been really fun to recreate, by the way. That one is that one. That one is that one. It's got that bulging rock below it. That's that one. So I'm gonna have to extend this. This is how far out she was. I think we're looking at about here. Something like that. I think that is about right. Because that one is in line with that one, but that points down here. Which is what that does here as well. It doesn't lead directly to Carolle. She's to the left of that line. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. You know, it might be 25 meters out, but we found the location. I think it's safe to say. Right, it's a new day and I've been sent the recreation photo of Martha, Carolle's daughter. Let's get them side by side. And there we have it. Look at that. There is Martha. Pretty much, I mean, it must have been really hard to recreate this. Certain things have changed. Those trees up there weren't there before. Those trees there are no longer there, it seems. They were chopped down. Don't think we'll ever quite know what this was. If anyone has an idea what I actually was looking at there, makes sense. The Red Bull does support the Menorca thing, I have to say. Let me know. That seems to have gone. Yeah. That would have been right there. Just to the right of the similar looking structure that exists now. But largely, guys, it's quite similar, isn't it? That's a fantastic recreation. Okay, I've also now been sent a second photo of Carolle. Here it is. Apparently it's from the same holiday, and they've asked me to try and find this one as well, which shouldn't take too long in theory. And actually thinking about it, I'm thinking back to a holiday that I had in Menorca, and I think I've got an idea of where this might be. Because in Mallorca, there's loads of really big mountains up here, look. But in Menorca, I seem to remember there was one particularly tall one. Is that it? And it just sort of sticks out like a nipple. I think that's it. I'm hoping that we're there. Let's get the man down here and let's just have a look. No. Oh, that looks more like it. Pretty sure that's it, guys. Because of these bits here. You can make them out there. And then there's a bit further to the right. There, yeah. And that's still there. Yep, that is definitely the view. And that wall is the same. And I've just remembered as well, during that search, that I'm pretty sure the name of this, El Monte Toro. Toro, meaning bull. So this mountain is named after a bull. I wonder if Menorca in general is synonymous with the bull. Oh, I know what we can do. Red Bull Cala Porter I've typed in. Can't seem to find any old photos of it. And I'm going to leave the bull thing now. Don't worry. Wouldn't it be amazing if one of these little blemishes was just there for, 30 years? Probably not, because they paint it. I think it's probably that one, judging by how things line up. But it doesn't really matter. Martha's already been out to Menorca now to recreate the first photo. She's not going to go back. I mean, partly because she might not fancy... I mean, your mum's a bit of a daredevil, isn't she? How big a drop is on the other side of that? Pretty big. I mean, I wouldn't want to fall down there. Daredevil, swimming out 100 metres from the shore, perching herself on the edge of walls. But the task of finding these locations is done. I'm going to pop one more pin down here. And that is, it's handy that I've been on holiday in Menorca, but equally, if I hadn't, I like to think I would have found that fairly quickly, because a quick scan does, or a quick Google would show it as the tallest mountain in Menorca and the best viewpoint. So that's done. The only thing left to do now, apart from do that very satisfying action, is to watch the ad. Okay, I have now been sent the MyFujifilm advert. I've also been sent this. There's the recreation. Beautiful. You doing? There it is. Look, that's amazing, isn't it? She definitely takes after her mom. Right, here we go. Is that them? That'll be them, won't it? Ah.
Yes.
Oh my god. You can really tell it's Carolle. Ha. She must have been treading water for a while there. Oh, they did loads. There's our main one. That's got to be the best one. That is good though. Oh my god, they did so many.
MyFujifilm, printing for generations.
Very, very good. Fair play. They really went to a lot of effort there to recreate those photos and make that ad. Well, that was something a bit different, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed it. Carol and Martha, well done. That was amazing. If you're watching, that is. I presume you are, because you seem to have a lot of spare time. Yeah, recreating family photos. It's nice, isn't it? Maybe, I mean, it's not that big a thing at the moment, but maybe it'll catch on in a big bad way. Because as time goes on, there will be more and more photos of our parents, won't there? There aren't that many of my mum and dad, but as I say, as time goes on, there'll be more of them and they'll be better quality. So maybe we can really start a trend here. Thank you very much to MyFujifilm, who sponsored this video very kindly. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you for the next one. Not sure what it'll be yet, but I'll make it a good one. Take care.